Broken pipes and tree roots can be super discouraging. The tree roots can be the size of your leg, and digging through them is next to impossible. Next to impossible because you can use a reciprocating saw like you see here to get through those roots. And yeah, it's going to take more time than it would if there were no tree roots here, but it can still be done. Let me show you what I'm working on now. We've got a 1-inch lateral line that the last guy before me started working on it, but then gave up because the tree roots got to be too much for him. So he was trying to reroute it from here to this point, and then found that the pipe, it's gonna be hard to show on camera, but if you can imagine a perfect circle, which is usually what a pipe looks like, that pipe is crushed. It's not a perfect circle, so we can't put a fitting on it there. That's because the tree roots are growing across the pipe, crushing it, which is the reason why we're making this repair. Over in this hole, we have the 2-inch main line, which is definitely traveling through there, but is not compromised, so we're not gonna open up that can of worms. And then we've got the 1-inch pipe right next to it. And right here, the pipe is perfectly circular. Now all we need to do is open the hole a little bit bigger so that we can access that 1-inch pipe without damaging the 2-inch pipe to install a 90 facing straight up. Because yes, I'm going to reroute this above ground right underneath these bushes here. And just so you can see, it won't matter because you won't be able to see it once I spray paint it black and green. That's the only way that this is going to get repaired unless they remove the tree. And I'm pretty sure they don't want to do that. All right, let's get this fixed. All right, so I got it a little bit more exposed, pretty much to where I need it exposed for what I'm about to do. I'm going to cut that 1-inch pipe without a cable saw. I'm going to stick my screwdriver in between. Oh wait, before I get into that, let me explain a little something to you to protect you from causing more problems than you ever wanted to. If you're going to be working near what you know is a main line, and I know that that's a main line, then you want to look for the wires underneath the pipe that you're about to cut, which is why I've dug up underneath this pipe. And I know that the wires are not right directly underneath this pipe. I can actually feel them. They're underneath the 2-inch pipe. And when I go to do what I'm about to do here, I have to be mindful of those wires so that I don't create more work for myself. All right, back to what I was saying. I'm going to split these pipes with this screwdriver here. I'm going to get my Sawzall in the hole here, and I'm going to make a cut right there. That'll allow me to spread the pipes apart to make a second cut where I'm going to be able to put my elbow. Now I'm going to have to put the phone down because I do have to reach under there before I press the button on my saw to make sure that there are no wires next to my saw blade. I'll see if I can set the phone somewhere. I don't think that's really going to do much. So I'm reaching under here and I feel the wires. They're on the other side of my saw blade, so I'm not gonna grab any wires. I'm 100% sure of that. And I'm going to start cutting, and I'm going to turn my Sawzall away from that main line. All right, well now I've severed that line, so it'll make it much easier to separate it to make the final cut. I am gonna have to pump out this water, make the final cut, and get the elbow on there, and then we'll get back to the video. And just like that, we've got it all fixed up. Now all it's left to do is test it and backfill it, and we'll be on to the next one.